Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this spectacular podcast episode, man. Welcome, man. If this is your first time, feel free to go ahead, listen, man, and leave some comment at the end. I would like you to be the judge of how I'm doing today. That being said, if this is not the first time, go ahead and share, like, and please subscribe to the channel, man. I really appreciate it. That is what motivate people like me to keep going ahead and get some story out here for you. Today's story is a little bit different, right? By different, I mean this is a story of siblings. And I don't want to waste too much time here, for you to listen to me and talk about things that don't matter. So we will just go ahead and jump right in, right? But before we go there, I heard a joke today that says this girl was like roasting this guy, right? And this guy didn't want to roast her. She kept going. And the guy only said one joke because this lady was really dark as shit, right? She was really black. I'm not out here to shame any black woman, but she was really black, and she was harming this guy with roast, like, oh, you broke shoes, broke this, the shape of your head is not something that I like. It's one of these dating things, right, where you meet the person in front of you and you go ahead and just leave comment right there, live comment, I guess. So after she got done roasting the guy say, "Are you done?" She's like, "Yeah." "Are you done?" She's like, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, so you," and he said, "When God said that let there be light, you were just out of town." I don't know how you guys find that joke. I thought it was funny, man. I was like, whoa, damn, that is a way of calling somebody dog without really calling them dog, right? So she said, when God said, let there be light, you were out of town. She looked like under the bed. That's what the guy said. But anyway, let's get back to the show, right? We are not a roasting show, so let's get right back here. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to this story, right? The story goes as follows. Imagine you are two sisters, right? The mom gave birth to two children. At least the parent gave birth to two children, two girls, right? Big sister, little sister. I know that sounds kind of redundant, but yeah, stay there with me. So let's call the big sister Sonia and let's call the little sister Bella. So Sonia get married, she have her man, and her man, when he end up losing his job, she got what did she get? She get promoted at hers. I'm talking about Sonia here, who's the big sister. She got promoted. She's the one making the money right now, and she's making quite good money. Now her little sister, on the other hand, is not there yet because there's a little bit of a gap between them. I believe it's like 7 to 8 years. So the little sister knows her man because she's accustomed to coming to her big sister house. And the little sister Bella, guess what? She's fooling around with her big sister man, right? They're having sex, like crazy, doggy style, every type of thing. So while the big sister is at work, the little sister is coming at the house and, having sex with her husband and things like that. But the big sister doesn't know. So what happened is this. The big sister is the one paying for her little sister university, college, paying everything, books, whatever you can think of, and renting when you live in college, you have to rent those rooms, or not the dorm, but like you rent an apartment, not an apartment necessarily, but like a studio. So the big sister is the one paying for all that, and despite the fact that her husband right now is not doing well in terms of financial because he lost his job. So she's the one pretty much carrying the load, but she still go ahead and pay for her sister education because she's hoping that obviously she's going to become somebody and make it, right? So what does she do? Sonia's paying for Bella tuitions and fees and everything you can think of, right? School, and giving her pocket money because their parent, at least the father, he had to file for bankruptcy a while back. So right now he too is not quite well, and she's still the one supporting her. That shows you that this lady Sonia is making quite some good money, some really good amount of money, right? And she's one of the director at her workplace. So guess what? One day she's staying and she said, my man is always dressed. This is Sonia talking. she's talking to me like this. She said, my man, I should have known something because he's always dressing nice and, he's always smelling good, nice cologne and everything. And I kept saying, the way this guy is taking way too much care of himself for somebody that doesn't have a job right now, I think he's seeing somebody when I'm not here or when I'm not there. So but she kept saying, oh, maybe it's my mind that is fooling me. Maybe it's my mind that is fooling me. So one day, Sonia's at home, right? She's at home, and she get a phone call from her own mother. Her mother called her like, Sonia, I can't believe it. She said, what? She said, I just heard your sister in the toilet having a phone conversation with a guy, and they were talking about pretty sexual stuff and depicting things while she was in the toilet. And I think the voice of that person sounds like your husband's voice. I think you need to look into it. So Sonia said, oh, wait, mom, I'm at work right now. Let me get right to you. So Sonia went ahead and she's like, what is this again? What is this nonsense? So she runs home. She leave the office, she shut down everything, that's what director do. So she shut down everything and she goes right to her parent house where the sister was there visiting, or she was staying there for a couple of days. So when she get there, the sister is not there. The sister had already gone back on campus. So the mom says, yeah, I heard her talking about pretty sexual stuff, and the voice was very, very familiar. And when I confronted her that, is that your sister husband? She denied, but I could have swear I heard that voice many times, and I know what your husband voice sounds like. So Sonia was like, well, I hope that is not true, because if it's the case, she's gonna have to answer to me. So she said, Mom, don't tell her anything. I need to catch her in the facts. But the problem is this. The problem is that the mom, the sister, Sonia, doesn't really trust her mom, not wanting her little sister. So what does she do? The big sister say, oh, I'm coming back. Let me go home first. But when Sonia leaves her parent house, she's going straight to campus, right? Instead of going home, she's going straight to campus where her little sister goes to school. So when she get in a room with her little sister, she grabs her little sister and she said, I can't believe you are a backstabber like this. So you are sleeping with my husband this whole time while I'm out here working my butt off to pay for your school, your education, and everything. And the little sister started crying. She said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything I have done. So she said, so it's true. You are sleeping with my man. The Bella just went ahead and said, yes, I'm sleeping with your man and things like that. Okay, so Sonia didn't want to hear anything. She started choking her own sister, but then she thought about it. She said, I'm not going to go to jail for you. So she let her little sister breathe and things like that. She said, don't ever come across me. From today on, you are paying for your own education. You are paying for your own room. You're going to rent your own room. And I'm never, ever, ever going to do anything for you again. So as soon as she says that, she goes straight home. She starts packing her stuff. She contacted a lawyer. Damn, that fast, within the same day. She contacted a lawyer. She filed for divorce. And when the husband get home that afternoon, guess what? He see everything packed. He says, so like this, when I'm at work, you are out here sleeping with my little sister. And the husband just went crazy. He started kneeling down and asking for forgiveness. Like, oh, I'm sorry. She says, it's too late. I already called a lawyer and I filed for divorce. You can keep the house because I know you cannot pay for it anyway. So, when that is happening, the father now gets home and he hears what happened, right? The wife tell him like, oh, your first daughter is shutting everything down on her little sister because she found out her little sister is sleeping with her man. So the father called her and she get home. The father, the mother, and the little sister are there. And they are begging her to keep paying for her little sister education, and blood is thicker than water. So what does her husband get? She said, well, I'm not gonna beat him. He get what he deserved. He got a divorce and I took everything away except for the house, because hey, I know he's not gonna pay for it. But my sister, the blood that she could have at least felt bad that okay, I am the one paying for her education, I'm the one paying for everything. At least for that list of for that little bit of respect, she could have gone ahead and preserve herself, or at least warn me that your husband is making some advance to me, your husband is flirting with me, something, to let me know that hey, my husband is out here. But not with my sister. I can tolerate with somebody else, but with my sister, she said, no, I'm cutting everything. And the parents started saying that, oh, you're a bad child, you're a bad daughter. How can you do this to your sister, to your little sister? She said, oh, so now I'm the bad one. After she slept with my husband, you guys are still here encouraging her. And the father said, oh, if you don't go ahead and keep paying for her education and things like that, I'm going to curse you, because screw screw your husband. This is your sister we're talking about. This is your bloodline and things like that. And she said, oh, really? She said, yeah, go ahead and put curse on me. But before you do that, know this. Even you right now, since you guys want to go ahead and look out for my little sister when I'm the victim here, go ahead and stay with her. And the little sister started running her mouth and said, yeah, I make me love better to your man anyway than you and things like that. She said, yeah, go ahead and keep making good love with him and pay for your own tuition and pay for your own room with that. And then she shut it out, and the parents said, we will curse you. They said, we will invite the whole family. They invited the whole family and everything. And she said, nope, I am not doing it. I'm not paying for anything. Somebody is not going to stab me like that, and you guys want me to keep paying for shit for her. I'm not going to do that. So if you guys don't like it, I'm not part of this family anymore. And she took her things with her children, because they had 2 kids, and she packed her stuff and left the parent, left the house, left sister, everything, and she went somewhere else to start her life. Now she's writing to know, what do we think? Was she too hard and things like that? And frankly, to me, I said this to her. I said, whatever you do with your life is your own decision. In this case, there's never going to be a good decision or a bad decision, because no matter what you do in life, people will always have something to say. If your parents are here encouraging your sister with that type of behavior, then you should know that they are being selfish. They are thinking more about how this tuition is going to get paid, because they know they are not the one paying for this tuition, and that you are the breadwinner right now. Everybody's looking out for their own good. So you too, go ahead and look out for yourself, right? I'm never going to encourage you to disrespect your parent, because as African, that's not what we do or anything like that. But at the same time, the parent could have come at you a different way, right? Maybe find a way for you to first calm, to get calm and say, look, this is the thing. We understand what happened and things like that. We don't have any money to help your sister or pay for her school and things like that. Like, please find a way to forgive. Find a way to forgive. That is how a parent reacts. They encourage you to find a place to forgive, not to go ahead and say, no, you need to keep doing this. This is an order. We will curse you and things like that, because it will not work. It will not work, because you have been harmed. You know what I mean? You cannot be the victim at all point, where not only you are the victim and we have to pressure you to keep paying for something that you don't want to. Like, no, that's not how life works. The parents should have thought this through. Like, when somebody is really hurt, you need to find word of encouragement to give to them. You are not here to keep putting the knife in the womb, like we say. You know what I mean? You gotta find a place to encourage them. And to the little sister that say, oh, I make love better than you, to your husband and things like that. Yeah, you saying those words because you think it's gonna hurt your big sister. Yeah, it's all fun until the end of the month comes around, or until the time to pay that tuition is going to come around. Then you're going to read what, like in Africa, they like to say, "Chuba leader," meaning you're going to read time on the calendar. You know what I mean? So that is very disrespectful. And to talk like this and have the gut to talk like that to your sister, nah, man, I cannot encourage that. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of the story? The story of Sonia and Bella. You know what I mean? If you were at that place, what will you do? Will you go even farther than what Sonia just did, or will you just go ahead and keep paying for everything for your sister because it's just a husband and things like that? And a lot of people like to bring family things whenever they are wrong. They don't bring family when it happened to them or whenever they are happy. They always bring family whenever they did something to hurt you. When you do something to them, they don't think in terms of family. But when they do something to hurt you, they're like, oh, family is thicker than water. No, because don't ever forget this one thing. A lot of people like to say, this or that. Let's not forget that even the Bible says that a man leave his parent to go marry a woman so they can become one. So if you are becoming one with your husband, what does family has to do with anything? I don't really understand that concept. I understand this blood is thicker than water. Yeah, when we are growing up and things like that, but you are not going to keep harming me and hope for me not to give you any medicine back just because we are blood related. Oh, hell no. You do something bad, trust me, I'm coming back even 10 times harder. That has nothing to do with family, because family don't do harmful things to family. That being said, thank you for listening to this podcast episode, man. I hope you enjoyed the story. If again this is your first time, feel free to go ahead, like, comment, share your story. I would really appreciate it, and I will talk about it with the public. Thank you. And obviously everything you send stays anonymous. I always give random names like Sonia and Bella, right? I chose Bella because, you are young and beautiful. The wall of your vagina are, still strong, and you think that because you haven't gave birth, that is the end of the world and that you can catch any man you want. Wait till you have 2 kids and then talk to your sister again. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. God bless and peace.